Hello, 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 everybody. How are y'all doing? Thanks for joining me. Well, as most of you know who have been watching the information uh, in the queue, the YTQ, you will see said information pertaining to Jose Roman, who was incidentally brought into the storyline briefly pertaining to Summer Wells by Ali Mulani, a former acquaintance of Candy Cane, Bly Wells. We will get into the said information. If you need verification for that said information, you can log over to the said Tubers channel. I do have it posted to my community board. You need verification. 1 second. Come on. Let me pull it back up so I can see what I got. Thank you all for joining me. If you want to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. Thanks for joining me. Hello, everybody. Yes, the content is on Crime Stories Obsessed, uploaded 4 hours ago. It has information pertaining to the infamous Jose Roman, who allegedly came down from New York with Boy H's father, Andrew. And as I state, I do not know the extent of the relationship between Mr. Andrew and Jose, how long they knew each other. Did he know that Andrew is allegedly bisexual and or homosexual? Absolutely content really that shouldn't even be in the same conversation pertaining to a missing 5-year-old. But it is what it is because Ella decided to bring this information forward to social media. So now it's out. Now somebody has dug into his past, which I'm sure he will not be happy to hear that now people know that he is a sex offender from the great state of Utah, the same state that Don is from, has family there. So I'm going to go ahead into my commentary and let it rip. After I am done with the said commentary, feel free to hit the link. You must show yourself in order to speak. I would like to hear from new guests. You're more than welcome to hit the link to give your commentary pertaining to who Jose is, his connection to Don and Candace Bly Wells. What's the said information? Has he committed offenses here in this great state of Tennessee or any other state? Who is Jose Roman and his connection to the Wells? Crime Stories Obsessed brought forth the information. Thank you for bringing that. And I also have this post on my community board. If you'd like to log over to see the post and see my commentary pertaining to that said information, I'm going to go ahead and get started with a few questions that I have pertaining to the situation. Thank you all for joining me. In this commentary brought by this tuber, you will hear and basically see on the monitor that Jose had several addresses in the state of Utah. He had a 7-mile radius from one of those said addresses to Donald Wells. Did they know each other? Did they cross paths with one another? He also has convictions of lewdness with a child dating back to October 2011, convicted of the said crimes. He is in the UDC database as a registered sex offender. Has he gotten permission to leave the great state of Utah? That is another question, because you know when you move about, whether it's in the same state or it's in a joining state, you must get permission to leave the state, especially as being a sex offender. I think most of you know that. So has Jose gotten permission to leave Utah? When was the last time he was in the state of Utah? Was he married? Does he have children? Did he date women, men? What? Just asking, because now the information's out there. And this is what I hate about this story, because it is like so many stories that come about pertaining to missing children, deceased children. There's so much ugliness inside of the story that gets revealed when you don't know if it has anything to do with the children, but nonetheless, it's grimy. And I've told you this 1,000 times. It's that when you open the box to the story pertaining to the children, there's always some seediness inside of the story. There's always something in the belly of the beast. This is that story once again. Child goes missing in the holler of East Tennessee, and now you have all this ugliness pertaining to her bio donors, their lives, their preferences, their deviances, their devices, what they're into. And you're saying to yourself, how did it come to this? Well, it came to this because this is who they are. As Maya Angelou once said, when they show you who they are, believe them. Who is Jose Roman? And you should know that once this information got out, people would first question, is there a connection to him and the child missing? I can't say. I don't really think so, because 9 times out of 10, due to the allegations that there was an altercation at the said house with Candace, the grandmother, and Donald Wells, if we are to believe that said allegation of when Mr. Wells returned home, I don't think he would come back to the said state of that location, let's just say. I don't see him going back to the Mount. If he was to return to Tennessee, it wouldn't be at that address in the Beach Creek community. Hit the link if you have an opinion pertaining to the new information brought forth on the YT about Jose Roman. Thank you. Hello, Charlene. How are you doing, darling? Thank you all for joining me. Hello, random person. Thank you so much, baby, for joining. Jennifer asks, I just wonder if Grandma really took him to NC. Okay. I'd like this to be an interactive live, so please hit the link. Thank you. Who is Jose Roman? Where is Jose Roman today? And common sense will tell you that Jose will not be happy about this content uploaded to the YT. And I'm sure it has crossed his mind that perhaps somebody would dig into his personal background, and whatever that was there that was negative, it would be released. And I'm sure he's been waiting on that day that people found out that he has criminal charges pertaining to lewd acts with a child. We don't have to speculate what those acts are, because we're all grown, we're not stupid. He's foul. He's foul. And the sick part is that he was in Candace Blythe's home with her and her children. Also, allegedly, Allison stayed there also. So this is what we have to ask ourselves now, since the cat is definitely out of the bag. Oh, he's out. What was really going on between all 3 grown-ups in the said house? What relationship did all 3 have? Did this man do anything to the children that was lewd, since he has a deviant desire for children? We cannot leave that stone unturned. Yes, birds of a feather. Thank you all for joining me. 80 viewing. God is good. Hello, Frank. How you doing, baby? Well, Jennifer, it's social media, honey. I don't recommend mingling with too many people on social media, because you don't know people. Same thing as the story. You don't know the people in the story. I say this 1,000 times. You're entitled to your opinion pertaining to the breaking news of any event, but you don't know the people in the story, just like they don't know you. You go onto social media to comment. The people don't know you as a commenter. You don't know the other commenters. You don't know the creator of the content that you're watching, listening to. It's all the same. Nobody knows anybody. Hello, Air Force. Thank you for joining me. Hello, Prayer. Thank you, sweetheart. Hit the link if you want to give your opinion pertaining to Jose Roman. Who is he? What is his connection to the Wells? Did he know them before this alleged coming to New York? How does he know Mr. Andrew, the father of boy H? What is the extent of their relationship? Do they still speak? Who is Jose? Jose, you are a dirty bird, and they have put you on blast. And I'm sorry the queen is following suit, but it is what it is. Thank your great friend, Allie, for the tea being revealed. Because you see, had Allie not mentioned your name on social media, sir, we wouldn't be talking about you. Because the story is about Summer Wells. But as you see, because people are grinding and want 5 minutes of fame on social media, we're now talking about a pedophile. Shut up, Queen. Wow. The rabbit hole is showing up deep. Teresa, come on now. Well, Jennifer, this is not the place for your personal life. Come on now. It's not the place for that. Everybody's different. Some of you like blabbing on the internet about your dog, your cat, your monkey, what happened to the Billy Goat yesterday, what your kids did. I don't recommend it, but everybody's grown. I've shared a few stories, but you don't know the names of the people. I wouldn't dare drop their name because you don't do that. You don't drop anything. You don't tell people where you live, the exact street. You just don't do that. You can't do that because some of you are not mentally stable out here. And, you know, we're going to keep it real. Some of you are trolls, you're nosy, you want to know everything about people's business. I'm just keeping it real. You know, there's extensive foolishness that goes on with social media, things that's not even that serious. Frankly, I couldn't waste my time worrying about what somebody else is doing every waking day that I have to know what they're doing and commenting. Life is it's not that serious. It's not that serious. I'm not about to be following people around on social media. I have better things to do with my time. Hit the link. Thank you. Oh, thank you, prayer. Thank the mods on deck. Amen. Well, that's the set information. Crime Stories Obsessed is the source. You need to check out the content. Don't ask why not. Did Candace know he's a pedophile? See, when you ask that question, you have to ask the ultimate question. Did she know? Because I can't say that she knew he was a pedophile. So we'll ask that question. Did Candy K know that Jose fancies children, has a criminal record of sexual acts, lewd acts with children? That is the question. And now, what is the answer? Hello, Brenda. Hello, Aquarius 63. Hello, Shay Dog. Thank you. Hey, Teresa. If you would like to participate in this live stream, you are welcome to join the panel. Thank you. Hello, Deborah. 105 viewing. God is good. Thank you. Deborah says it was reported that he texted Alex's daughter. I have no verification of that, sweetheart. As I state, everything pertaining to the disappearance of Summer Wells is hearsay. Everything that's been brought forth pertaining to this child and the people involved in her personal life is hearsay. There's no verification of anything, quite frankly. Tonight's subject is pertaining to Jose Roman. Who is he? Did he know the Wells before New York? How did he get to New York? What was he doing in New York? See, the questions are endless. What was he doing in Utah? Was he born in Utah? Was he raised in Utah? Does he have kids? Was he married? Did he have a girlfriend, a boyfriend? Both. How did he get from Utah to New York? What other states has he lived in? He is also a pedophile, so that means, has he touched other children in other states? Does he have records in other states? Stay woke. Now, let's say he has a decent job where he clocks in every day. Now he's been put on blast by us. And somebody won't find that too kindly, knowing they have a pedophile working for them, a neighbor, boyfriend, girlfriend. It's all the same. He's been around somebody's children, maybe right now. Stay woke. Hit the link. You don't have to keep chatting in the chat. Deborah, I don't know anything about that, sweetheart. So you all are bringing in, he said, she said. Once again, I keep telling you that there's no verification of the stuff that you're hearing on social media pertaining to Donald Wells and Candace Bly. You don't know anything about these people. We don't know these people. We don't know anything about them. Everything is rumor. Nothing has been substantiated except for Don being arrested last fall. Altercation with these people. This really is. Well, it's heartbreaking because the wrong people were raising children. This is the reason why you have these stories, because the wrong people are raising children. And by the grace of God, the boys are hopefully in a safe environment. And they never go back to these people, because now you see they were in the house with a pedophile. So see, it gets worse by the minute. They don't need their children back because they never had any business bearing children in the first place. Both of them allegedly have a history of having children previously before these children ever came into the world. DHS was involved in both their personal lives before they even knew each other. That should tell you something right there. Candace Bly had a similar life to Donald Wells. He's older than she, but yet they are similar creatures, and that's how they became evenly yoked in madness. Now, they have one child missing and 3 other boys in the state's custody. Stay woke. How do I feel about a criminal interviewing another criminal? Either family has their children and had been in jail too, and then I don't know, Jeannie. If you're trying to say something, just say it, honey. Wonder if grandma's protecting Jose in order to protect herself. Protecting him for what? Allegedly, she's in Wisconsin. We don't even know where Jose is. We don't know where Jose is. Jose could be in Mexico, could be in Puerto Rico, could be in Florida. I don't know. Hello, back in. Hello, Tanya. Thank you all for joining me. Thank the source for this information. Somebody's been digging in somebody's candy box. So much for Skittles. Shut up, Queen. Right, Denise, thank you. We do not know where grandma is either. This is what I try to explain to you all. It's like you all don't get it. You focus on stuff that you really don't know anything about. You take something that somebody said on social media, you run with it and swear it's the spoken word. We don't know what's the truth, where grandma is, why she really left. That's somebody's version. And that's the sheriff told you. If you didn't hear it from me, then it ain't true. And that's right. You've heard nothing verified by the sheriff's department or TBI pertaining to the disappearance of Summer Wells. All you know is that she's missing. All this other stuff is rhetoric and gossip. And yes, we're spreading it along. He said, she said, he said this, he said that. Bickering in the chat about people you don't even know anything about. Bickering about what they said, who did this. Still don't know what happened on June 15th. You don't know anything because, first of all, you're listening to people that 9 times out of 10 got the child gone. 9 times out of 10 discarded the child. 9 times out of 10 gonna hold the secret. And as I made comments the other day, who is going to be the first to holler and tell the truth? Who will be the first one to fold pertaining to the disappearance of Summer Wells? Who? So now you definitely don't know what you've been listening to. Now that this person has brought forth information pertaining to Jose Roman, you don't even know what you've been listening to for 8 weeks. Thank you. Assume they're all liars. Amen. Thank you, darling. Well, this may be a short live, but anyway, I thank you for joining me. Obviously, the lives can't continue in this manner. I'm just going to tell you. And I don't have to keep saying this because it's a waste of my breath. It can't continue like this. From now on, it'll be uploaded content because if you're not going to engage, there's no point of the live. I'm tired of saying this. Did he have a 17-year-old girlfriend? Chris from Interview Room said it was, good Lord, with his history, it's not a smooth move. So he currently has a girlfriend. So what are you saying? He has left Candace, or he had a girlfriend while he's been with Candace? What are you saying? That's why you should hit the link. I can't read hundreds of comments all night. Well, we'll see, prayer. We will see who will fold. Thank you, Kathy. Well, that's sad information. And Mr. Crane, wherever you are, hello. She works with him. Why would a 70-year-old be working in carpentry? Explain that to me. That don't sound right. That don't sound right at all. If I think of a job that a 70-year-old female would do, it wouldn't be carpentry. Drywall, I mean. I'll say carpentry, excuse me. Drywall, excuse me. Hello, Joel. How you doing, sweetheart? As I stated early in the commentary, because I'm 21 minutes in to recap those joining the live stream, this Jose Roman, who was brought into the fold by Ali Mulani, the mother of boy H, he's been linked to having various addresses in the state of Utah, 7 miles from a said address by Mr. Donald Wells. He is a known sex offender. He is in the UDC as I currently speak with a mug shot. He has been charged in October of 2011 with lewd acts with a child. So he is a registered sex offender. And I do not know if he even has permission to leave the state of Utah. So those are the various questions that I asked. Has he gotten permission to move? How did he get from Utah to New York? Where was he born? Does he have family in Utah? Does he have children? Has he ever been married? Girlfriend, boyfriend? What's the 411 on Jose? Jose, as I say, sorry, Charlie, but thank your good friend, your big girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, sidekick, side piece for putting you on blast. Allie needs her tail whipped. I said that. Big girl, you need your tail whipped. You have been doing the most. You are a swelter piece of work. Well, I don't care for photos, Earth, but this is what I do on the YT. It is what it is. I mean, you know. Some days I look great, some days I don't. Everything's about your personal interpretation, but I roll with it. Thank you. Well, Tina, you have to access that, sweetheart. I can't do it for you. You have to access your own mic. If you want to hit the link, you are welcome to join this live stream to give your commentary pertaining to the new information brought forth about Jose Roman, who he is, what is his connection to the Wells. Did he know the Wells before coming here? And you must show yourself. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans. Thank you. Well, she don't want to show herself. I don't know what's going on. Hello, Denise. Where are you calling from, baby?
Wilmington, Delaware.
Wilmington, Delaware, welcome. We've got an East Coaster in the house. Hey.
Hello.
Come on, baby, bring it to me.
This is the word. I mean, I don't even know what to say.
Because you don't know what to say. Wait a minute. Where is your iced tea? Because you need tea for this.
Well,
see, we can drink hot tea if it was winter. But because it's summer, summer, we'll drink a little iced tea with a little lemon on the side.
Right. I was listening to another channel this morning.
Okay.
And I don't know if this person just sits there and makes it up, but she was saying how, we were saying that we don't know where grandma is. Grandma could be with Summer.
Why you say that? Why y'all saying that? Come on.
I'm just saying.
I know, baby. But y'all know how I am. When y'all throw things out there, what I always tell you all, think before you speak, because you got to make it make sense once you repeat it. So, Why would Summer be with grandma? Where was Summer before? See, those things you got to think about.
What I'm saying is grandma might be where Summer is.
Shut your mouth, Satan.
I mean, think about it.
Oh, these last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
Yep.
Oh, Queen, you better get. Look, what your name is, Miss Rumor. You better sit on down. You gotta start some stuff up in here.
Because why would she just get up and leave?
Well, guess what? Then we gotta ask this question. Oh, where her automobile is?
That's
If
true.
you don't go there, Miss Rumor, you better shut up.
Because they didn't seem like that part of the family didn't seem like they were too interested in her. I mean, even though it might be her sister or whatever, but we don't know that for sure.
Let's say that again. Say that with a quick.
She said she had went to help her sister. I think her brother-in-law was sick or something, but that was told to us by the same people that's telling us everything else. Because that's your grandchild.
Why would you do that?
Right. That was just weird. So I just.
Who's to say grandma ain't in Utah? Shut up, Queen.
That's true. Because she left rather quick. She didn't even think about it. And it just happened that somebody got sick.
Give me the tips.
I don't know.
Well, I hope they got a spare knee brace. Shut up, Queen.
And another thing, and I just noticed from being a nurse, if she was in the ER earlier, there was nothing for Candy to do when she got home. And why was she at water places and her knee is messed up?
You talking about the flowers now?
Yeah, the flowers. I mean, that doesn't make sense to me.
But you got to remember something. If we're dealing with people who are culprits to the disappearance of the child, I got to make it sound believable. So I have to interject anything I think will help spin the web.
Right. You're right. You're absolutely right. What? Oh, excuse me for a second. No, bye.
Don't you be getting jiggy with somebody on my live. Put them on blast. Like, they can't talk to me like that on that woman live.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was my husband. Asked me if I want something from the store.
Look, I ain't trying to make no YouTube story out of who is this Denise Brumer. Don't you start, don't mess up.
Yeah, but it's just, I think Candace her brain is warped. She's messing with people, having babies by similar people.
Which is very sick. When you now know that both allegedly, because like I said, I ain't seen no birth certificates or no documents of the child here, there. But if we believe the allegations that they both had separate children by separate people in the world that got taken by the state, then these two meshed together to have children with one missing now and 3 now removed. Honey, it's what I said in my post. This was inevitable that something bad was going to take place with these people and their children. And something bad did happen.
Right.
2 said things. 1 is missing, possibly dead, and 3 are in the state's care. Right. So they are just reliving the lives and the mistakes that they made previously. And this is what people do, and this is what's been deemed insanity. That you keep doing the same thing, getting the same results. Why?
Yep.
As I say, we all make mistakes. We keep doing stuff. You keep talking to mangy people. You keep laying with mangy people. You keep getting pregnant by somebody mangy. You keep having sex with somebody mangy. You keep getting used by somebody mangy. You keep getting hoodwinked or bamboozled by somebody mangy.
Right.
Somebody still keep going in your pockets that's mangy. You feel where I'm going? But one has to say, I'm tired.
Yeah.
And I deserve better.
Yeah, I think it's something soon is going to come out. I really do. I mean, because let's say I always look at different scenarios. So let's say Don at first didn't know, and he's just going by what Candace said. He's going to take up for her. I mean, unfortunately, he can't put 2 and 2 together. That didn't sound weird, but he's taking up for her.
Well, Veronica, we don't have any verification of CPS coming. That is hearsay.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you heard pertaining to Summer Wells is hearsay. You don't know what is the truth pertaining to June 15th. And as I've stated, not to cut you off, Miss Denise, why would I get my child missing and CPS is coming? That would make me more suspicious.
Right.
Who child goes missing when CPS is coming? And CPS does not tell you when they're coming, usually. Why would I tell you when I'm coming? I'm not saying that they didn't, but once again, you don't have verification, and you're never going to get verification from the Department of Human Services in the great state of Tennessee, because they're never going to tell you anything about their dealings with the Wells family.
Right. Well,
well, Tina, you have to hit the button, honey, to access the mic and the camera. You see, this lady's up here, so it works.
Yeah. Well, we'll go and let somebody else come.
You fine. They don't like coming up here, so you fine. They're content with just chatting in the chat. Got 195 viewing and one guest. So that should tell you something. I don't know, Vivian. Could be before. And as I stated, with social media posts, you don't know what you're watching either on TikTok and Facebook. If it is not live at that moment, you do not know what you are watching in a photograph or uploaded contents. Because anybody can upload a video to social media. It does not mean you just filmed that. So there you go. Hello, Lisa. How you doing? I don't know, Murphy. Hello, Kim.
But you know, it's just like you were saying, we don't know anything. We don't.
That's why I don't argue with people about anything pertaining to Summer Wells. I don't rock like that.
Right.
You're entitled to think whatever you want to think. But I'm not going to argue with you about some people I don't know anything about.
Right.
I'm not going on record saying what happened on June 15th. I'm not going on record saying Peter Paul Dick said this, because it's all grimy. And now you got more dirty secrets coming out pertaining to people who have been immersed into the story by accident, because they didn't come on their own. Jose didn't come up here and tell us nothing. This is all Allie's doing. And like I said, 9 times out of 10, he is going to be hot butter.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. As I said, he can thank his good friend for putting him on blast and putting his name out there.
Yep.
Yes, Patty, everyone is still a suspect, person of interest. That definitely needs to be said in this live. Amen. Hit the link if you want to give your opinion pertaining to who Jose Roman is. Did he know the Wells before coming to Tennessee as a visitor from allegedly New York? Friend of Boy H's father, Andrew. What is the truth of who Jose is? His dealings with Andrew. How did Andrew meet him? How did he know him? Did Andrew know that this man is possibly bisexual and also a pedophile? So you brought this man down here with you to see your son, or what was the dealings with that? Has he met Boy H? See, you got to ask the real questions. All that other stuff don't mean nothing. Ask the pertinent questions. Allie is jealous of Candace. For what reason? Please stop. Oh, God. Why would Candace be jealous of Allie? What does Allie have for Candace to be jealous of, and vice versa? Please, y'all stop it. I'm drowning. Come on.
I can't see that.
You don't. Ain't nothing to see. Somebody's making a comment. The baby was missing on the property, not in the basement, and basement door was unlocked. She is suspected of leaving property. I don't know what you mean. Everything is the way it is. Revenge how? There's no way I believe neither is jealous of the other one, because neither has anything. What would you be jealous? Neither has anything great going on about themselves. So I'm trying to figure out how any of them would be jealous of the other one. I heard she left in the middle of the night and she carried Summer with her and destroyed her body in another state. So you mean she carried a dead baby with her? Well, where was the dead baby for her to take her? Because she wasn't on the property when Grandma allegedly left. So where was Summer? So you mean she went and got the baby from where? Hit the link. I don't want to do this. I'm not going to do this.
Hmm.
Ooh, Lordy.
Did they find out the remains that they found? Did they ever say whether it was adult or a child? No.
It's a rough crowd, man. I ain't never seen nothing like it before in my life. But I always want you to go live.
I can't do it no more. I just got to pop up here for a real quick second.
Hello there.
Hello.
This is Nancy, my mod, Oklahoma in the house. Amen. What you got to say, honey?
I'm just gonna pop up here real quick and say this is a mess. I'm telling you, it's just getting crunker and crunker every day. I think Don knew that man way back when. And what? Don became a psychic because he kept saying way back when he knew something was going to happen to his daughter a long time ago.
When did he say that, Nancy?
Long time ago, way back when, in all his earlier videos, his interviews.
Well, you know, I don't watch a lot of Don's content. I have not watched every interview done by Mr. Chris, so I can't verify nothing. I'm just letting y'all speak, but I don't watch that stuff. I can't watch that every day.
I know. I had to take a break myself, but his earlier interviews, he was saying he just knew something was going to happen to his daughter.
Okay.
So, what? He became his own psychic.
Well, then that leads to the fact that possibly what was told to me by a source that's why Candace went and got insurance on Summer Wells only. They won't.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You got four kids, but you only get life insurance on the one because she's the one I'm most concerned about.
Exactly. Like I said, there's something funky in the trash can.
Mm-hmm.
Real funky.
Well, nobody said they was drinking beer when he got there. Allegedly, they all was tussling. So I don't think it was no beer drinking going on amongst all four of them in the house.
And if that man from Utah, I think Don knew that man from Utah. You know, when they
well, you can't say that about protecting a child. How you gonna protect something that you got rid of? You wanted to get rid of. Because as I say, we do not know who's all involved in the disappearance of the child, so we can't even use that statement. He should have protected her. He didn't protect the children he had before. He met Candace. What does he care about these four children? Come on now.
That's right. He didn't protect nobody. He threw them all under the rug.
Somebody in the chat talking about Jose already been checked out. Well, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm just carrying the bone from somebody else's content. He's a child molester, so him being checked out, I didn't say he had anything to do with Summer's disappearance.
Nope.
He had no business being up in that house. Period.
That's the point.
Yes. He had no business at all being up in that house. Period.
So if you all could read your own comments, you probably stop commenting. I said that.
Yeah. Had no business being up in that house. It's like taking your child over to an axe murderer. Oh, well, he's a murderer. That's okay. I'm going to take him over there and visit.
Well, Carol, we don't got verification of 17 people staying in that place. We didn't see all of the house, but you can use your better discernment. 15 people didn't sleep inside of there.
This whole thing is foul. It's foul.
This is fine.
It's grimy. It's
Very grimy.
ratchet.
Yes, it's all of that. It's all of the above.
Yep. It's a
It's
shame.
horrid. And that poor child didn't deserve any of it. Those boys didn't deserve any of it.
Hello, Lola. Hello, everybody in the chat. Welcome. The subject matter is pertaining to Jose Roland. The tuber has brought the 411 pertaining to Mr. Jose having a criminal past involving the lewd acts of children. He is right now in the UDC database in the state of Utah. The conviction was in October 2011. They have pulled up information that he lived in Utah, 7 miles from where Mr. Wells lived, Donald, various addresses in Utah. So as I stated once before, who is he? How did he get to Tennessee? Has he ever been married? Have children? Does he have a criminal record dealing with children in other states? How did he get to New York? How does he know Boy hates his father, Andrew? Does Mr. Andrew know that he's also a homosexual and a pedophile?
I'm going to get back down, Angie, but I just wanted to say thank you, Denise, for being brave and jumping up here. Anybody else in the chat, come on, jump on up, give your voice a meaning instead of staying down in chat. Nobody bites here. Everybody's entitled to their opinion and their voice. I'm going back down. Thank you all. Everyday Shenanigans, family, give it a voice. Reach out and let us be heard.
Oh,
thank
Lord.
you.
You is rubbing it in, ain't you?
Yeah, I am. I'm trying to get him down. I'm trying to get him up here. Come on.
We're going to start holding hands now, singing Kumbaya.
Yes, we are. Come on.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
All right, Miss Nancy. That's Miss Nancy from Oklahoma. We've got Miss Broomer from upstate.
You know what's crazy? It's like, go over there, sit down. It's like the whole circle of friends here. I mean, they know each other.
But it's to be expected. What did I tell you about true crime? It's the belly of the beast.
Yeah.
And once you go in that belly, you start pulling out all kinds of stuff.
You're right.
Didn't I tell you all that last week? It's no telling what you don't know.
Yeah. You did.
Not just the stuff you hearing that you don't got proof of yet, just gossip. Right. But what did I tell you last week? Imagine what else could come out that you don't know, and it's the truth.
Right.
About Candy Cane and Donald. Now we got new stuff coming out about this man. He's got stuff on the books in Utah. So then you have to ask yourself, he's a deviant. So he's probably been doing this in God knows how many other states. You don't know if he's got criminal records in New York. Well, while y'all was digging in Utah, you should have been digging in New York. Stay woke.
Yeah. Weird to me. It's weird to me. Because I was all these people missing.
Let me read what somebody's saying in the chat. Sandy says he's been married and has a wife cheated on him, and he left her. He went to Tennessee when a group of guys came down to get Hunter for his dad. Well, he didn't get Hunter, and I don't know anything about that. Only person I know trying to get Hunter is Mr. Jeremy Dugan, who's with Human Aid Solutions. My friend, he and his wife own this company out of Georgia. And that's the only person I know that came to retrieve the child. But that doesn't make any sense. He came to get the child when allegedly he came down with Andrew. So what are you saying? That don't make any sense. Andrew brought him to New York. Brought him from New York allegedly. So why would Andrew need him to get his child when he brought him here?
And they friends.
Yeah. So as I told somebody, and it's not to throw any shade to Mr. Andrew, I don't know him, but I'm wondering about him as well. When I started hearing stuff about Jose, when Candace decided to go on Chris's interview with that nasty comment, he likes chicks with D's. That was so disrespectful to say that. So then I started wondering, okay, well, guess what? Candy, you walk around looking like a dude. So is there a correlation? Something you trying to tell us? You wearing a strap on what? I'm going to say it.
No,
You
you're
open
right.
Pandora's box. So we'll go on and say it now. Because lately, Candace reminds me of a guy.
Mm-hmm.
She has slowly transformed herself into a man. A man with a lot of breasts. I did say that.
Yeah. Yep. Mm. Well, let me go and finish cooking
I do
dinner.
not have any information that Jeremy has gotten Boy H.
Mm.
I don't have any
Yeah.
information there.
I'm
Last
gonna
I
get ready
talked
to
to
go.
Jeremy. No. Okay.
Get ready
Thank
to
you,
go.
Denise.
I'll pop up again.
Okay. Thank you,
All
Miss
right.
Broomer.
Uh-huh.
Calling from the East Coast. Amen. Well, I think she wants to be a boy. That's obvious from her appearance. And there's nothing wrong with wearing short hair. Many women wear short hair. Let me say that before somebody gets jiggy. It's just her appearance mimics a male, and I'll leave it at that. I don't know anything about that, Nikki. If you want to hit the link, give your opinion pertaining to Jose and this introduction of new information of him being a pedophile out of the state of Utah, him living in the state of Utah, addresses in Utah, 7 miles from the said address of Donald Wells. We now have to ask ourselves, was it the same time? I should have said that in the beginning. So much to remember. Did Jose live in Utah at the same time as Donald Wells? That is the question. Stop it. With the football jersey. Hey, that's how she likes to rock. Well, you know what people do with their stimulus money is their business. One does have to have a viable car when you have children. You have to have a car if you don't have children. The sad part is how they're living on that hill in that house. That's the sad part, because they don't have to live like that. That's a choice. Well, he probably needed a ride, Patty. That's why she took him to North Carolina. He obviously didn't have a car because he came down with Boy H's father allegedly, so he didn't have a car. So he probably went over there to work. Who knows? Don't know. May have met a woman over there. Can't say. Well, I'm 47 minutes in. That's the said information coming out onto the YT. It has now been released that he is a sex offender out of the state of Utah. He's in the UDC database, and he has been convicted of a crime of lewd acts with a child in October 2011, and that is a spoken word. But the sick part is that this man has been in Candace Bly's home with her said children. That is the sick part of this story. And see, that's the point I've been making to you all who love to bicker and talk about victim shaming and this and that. Well, guess what? Now you know homeboy is a pedophile and he been in their house. Now, argue with the queen about that. Give me a new definition of victim shaming. Petition, partition. Let me see what all that. Thank you, Nancy. Thanks, thank the Crime Stories Obsessed. That's who put the story, that who put the content out that I know of. So I'm just carrying the bone. I've asked all those questions, Nancy. How did he get to Utah? Is he from Utah? Did he get permission to leave Utah? Because naturally, if you're a sex offender, you have to get permission to move to the next place. Then you have to register as a sex offender in the next place. So did he register as a sex offender in New York? The questions go on and on and on. It doesn't stop. Okay, Maria, stop it now. Well, yes, Don has admitted to touching young people too. Yes. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about the custody. I asked a few days ago. I haven't gotten any information. As far as I know, Boy H is still here. I don't know anything about the custody situation. I don't have any of that said information. Well, that's the thing. Did they even know he's a sex offender? Candy. Allegedly, her husband was out of town. He came home because of whatever he heard was going on with her and the guy, whoop-de-woo. But as I say, you don't know anything. You're just getting information per these people. You don't know what's the truth. You have no earthly idea who Candace Bly is, Donald Wells is, what their life is really like on that mount, what they've been going through, what they've been doing, who they've been hanging with, who's been in their damn house, who they've been doing stuff with. You don't know. You had one little birdie by the name of Allie bringing forth all this information to the YT. And she's trying to act like her hands are so clean. But Allie, your hands are not clean because allegedly you knew your friend was abusing her child and locking her in a hot basement. You knew that. And you still put your child, boy H, at risk in being in her company. So you're not a good friend. You never were a good friend. And you're just as vile as Candy and Donald Wells. I'm not respectful of them. They may be swingers. I don't know. You can use the link from any device. Thank you. Oh, Lord Jesus. What breakup, Pat? Who broke up with Jose? Who you speaking of? This is why you should hit the link. You all like talking so much. I can't read hundreds of comments all night. I prefer you hit the link. You can explain yourself better if you hit the link. Thank you, Jenny. Yes, very nasty. Well, allegedly, Candace said there was nothing going on. See, this is what I'm saying about all the stuff you're saying in the chat. All of that is hearsay. You do not know what was going on with Donald and Candace Bly. We don't know anything about nothing. You can't be too shy. You in my chat chatting. You ain't too shy to type. Don't do that. Well, I'm almost at an hour. I will cut the live short. I have other things to do. I can't sit up here and read questions, comments all night. It's not to be rude, but you're asking for too much. That's the purpose of the link, is so you can give your opinion pertaining to the said information. You know, I don't really get it. Well, I'm just going to say this. I do not know what went on between Candace Bly and Jose Roman. These are versions from Allie, and Candace Bly is disputing that anything went on between she and him. And I'm not here to argue with what they did and didn't do. I don't. It doesn't really matter to me. Because in the end, the story's about Summer. We don't know where she is. Only the people who got her gone know where she is. And all we're hearing is a bunch of he said, she said, and gossip from a bunch of miserable ass people who don't have a life, ain't never had a life, pedophiles, wackos, weirdos, crackheads, meth heads, pill poppers, drunks. Did I clear that up? Yeah, I see that. Well, I don't know. Who's to say the sheriff he ain't ride on a damn short bus? I don't know. All these people is strange. But these stories, this is what happens with stories about missing kids, deceased kids. You keep having the same type of he said, she said. Always something about drugs. Always something about drinking. Always something about DHS. The state was called. Somebody's child was taken. Ain't y'all done figured out that people didn't have no business raising kids, but yet some of you want to ride or die for them? Victim shaming. You shouldn't talk about them. Well, they should have had no kids. Now run tell that. Like I said in my live the other night, why we leave? Why don't you take your kids on up there to the holler and leave your damn babies there? Don't leave your nieces and nephews with these same people you think somebody's victim shaming and we're too critical. Well, leave your children out. And let's see how your children fare after week 1, week 2. And come back and holler at us in the chat. We'll listen. We'll be all ears. You see, you're defending something that possibly you are. That's why it's easy for you to defend her. I get it. Innocent till proven guilty. I'm not a slow dodo bird. But what I go by is what you said and what you haven't said. That's what I go by with a story. It's how you act. And when you're dealing with a missing person and death, you should show some kind of emotion that you care. That's my opinion. And I know everybody is not emotional. You do have people who are numb that raise children, reared children, gave birth to children. But nonetheless, they're missing. You should act like they're missing. You should at least cry 1 or 2 times to let the world know, hey, I miss my child. You should also plead for your child to be brought back to you since you think your child's been abducted. Let me lean in a little closer. Your child's been abducted allegedly, then why don't you plead for your child? I want my child back. I need you. We miss you. We love you. Please bring me my child back. My child ain't done nothing to you. I want my child back. You should say that every day in front of the news till the news gets tired of sending it for you. You should say that on your Facebook post. I want my child back. Bring my child back to me unharmed, unscathed. You should say it in your TikTok videos. I want my child back. Bring my child back to me. That's mine. She belongs to me and my husband. The brothers, sisters miss their sister. The grandmother, grandpa miss their grandchild. Not nasty posts, crying and moaning, Bible thumping, quoting scriptures, talking about resurrections, talking about who shot JR. That ain't got nothing to do with somewhere else. I don't know, honey. Plead for your child. If you're going to spin the web that your child was abducted, then plead for her to be returned. You don't talk about a child as if she's dead after a few days of letting the world know that she went missing. Who does that? Tell the world you want your child back. Tell the abductor you want your child back. Give me my child back. You don't talk about resurrection, the final call. I want my child back. Bring me what belongs to me. That is said information. Hello, David. You see, this story is like many stories that you see on the news. There are a lot of grimy people giving birth to children, raising children, rearing children. They really don't want their children. And then their children just so happens to have a nasty accident. The children just so happen to drown in water. The child just so happened to be suffocated, beat, battered, broke leg, broke femur. I said that. And then here comes the web spinning. I don't know what happened. I wasn't home. I lose track of time. You know when you're having fun. I don't have a watch. Pookie had my baby. I don't know what happened. Ray Ray had my baby. I don't know what happened. What's wrong with a little cheaping? I don't drink a whole lot. It was just wine. But you ain't got your kids either. Your baby dead either. your child missing either. So keep chiefing, keep smoking, keep drinking, getting crunk, dropping it like it's hot, popping pills, snorting, shooting up, fentanyl, meth, ice. Oh, yeah, that part. Knock yourself out. And while you're doing all that, keep your legs closed and stop reproducing. And fellas, put a condom on. And you can cheat, get high, smoke, do whatever you like. Whatever you like. And not be accountable. Stop, Maria. Of course they did. Thank you, Gail. I get straight to the point. I don't have that kind of time. I'm 50, so I have to get straight to the point. Do you understand what I'm saying? Them childish games, I don't play. Anybody that knows me tell you how the queen rocks. This is serious business. We're talking about children. You want to duck around and play, coy and dance around and singing Kumbaya and talking about victim shaming and all that. How the hell you a victim and you got breath in you? You ain't a victim. Did you get raped? Did you get sodomized? Did you get beat? Somebody almost trying to take your head off your neck? Somebody, cut an arm off, cut a leg off? That's a victim that's still breathing. And until you go through that, you ain't no victim. You want a victim if you have been severely mentally and physically abused with a story to tell, and you are no longer living, and you've been missing for some time and possibly deemed deceased, then you are a victim. Save that word for somebody who has been truly traumatized, injured, and or deceased. Christina, you're gonna have to show yourself, honey. I don't have any more blank boxes on the lives. All right. Thank you, Nancy. Well, I don't know if she lives in Utah or not, Irene. I have no idea. Why are y'all still worrying about that house? You all know damn well those people have been up at that house searching day one for the child. That is the first place you look when you are reporting your child missing. It's the house and the property. Don't worry about it, Christina. Well, don't worry about trying to talk, sweetheart. I just prefer to have people show their faces because that's the new situation with everyday shenanigans. There'll be no more empty boxes on the screen. Odd that her baby daddy knew this guy. Well, all of it's strange. That's why I said we do not know if Don knew Jose before. It could be just happenstance. They both lived in the state of Utah. They both lived 7 miles from each other at one time. We don't even have verification that it was at the same time. But this tuber brought forth information, and I'm just passing it along to you to get your opinion. But the main thing is whether they knew each other or not. Of course, that's going to be relevant if there's truth to it. But this man is now a sex offender. It is on record. So that is worse because he's made contact with Tennessee, Candy and her children, and possibly Allie and her children. Say, whoa, did you not think about that? Big girl Allie has some type of relationship with this man, and he also has had contact possibly with her children. Allegedly, if he was in the house with Allie at Candace's house and they were sleeping and slumbering and tossing and whatever the hell they was doing, well, where were her children? Where were Allie's children when she was canoodling with Jose? Stay woke. Thank you, Gail. Well, Christina, I think it was a ruse. Those were the getaway clothes. Getaway and or dump clothes, whichever. Christina, I have no idea, sweetheart. Well, Boy H didn't tell you they went shopping. But Once again, Candace Bly is refuting the order of the events that Boy H has given on the Chris show. So I don't know. They was having a jump off. What you mean, Maria? Well, if Allie saw him doing something to the child, wouldn't you tell your friend that you saw somebody touching your child, touching that child, somebody was touching that child? But see, as I said, Allie is not a good source of information. You all have ran out of breath repeating stuff that Allie has said, but she's really not somebody to be trusted either. Just saying. You know you're not supposed to be around children and you're a registered sex offender. You know that. That's another question. Why is he in the company of anybody with kids? You know you're not supposed to be around children. You're supposed to be so many, what, thousands of feet or so from a schoolhouse. You're not supposed to live near school. Nowhere where children patronize. That is the library, the schoolhouse, sport events, sporting outlets, football fields, tennis courts. It's all the same. I don't even believe you can live near a church because children go to church. Daycares. You cannot live within so many feet of any establishment that caters to children. So that means you have to live out in the wilderness. I've seen it before. Pedophiles in California have to live out in the desert where there are no neighbors. Because you cannot live within so many feet of a child. Thanks for saying that. I don't know, Kings, if he took them to work or not. I don't know. I don't listen to nothing Don says, so I can't verify what y'all talking about in the chat because I don't listen to that stuff. Because once I see the discrepancy between Candace and then all the stuff he's saying, you don't know what's the truth. So as I keep stating to you, you have no verification of anything that allegedly took place on June 15th. You're just repeating what the bio donor said about June 15th. Well, dog paddling, that's low water. That's not even 3 feet of water that she was in. You don't have proof of her swimming. You need to see her swim in deeper water to prove that she could swim. Somebody's talking about mosquito bites. I don't know, baby. You could have had them before. Who's to say? Absolute. Well, that's my said commentary pertaining to Jose. Tuber has brought forth the information. You can check out the said commentary on my community board pertaining to this information pertaining to Jose Roman. Who is he? What is his connection to the Wells? How long has he known them? Did he ever meet Mr. Wells in Utah? Has he gotten permission to leave Utah? He's a sex offender in Utah. Does he have any other crimes on the books in any other states, such as New York? We do know that allegedly he was in New York. How long was he in New York? Wife, kids, family, what? What got him to Utah? Why was he in Utah? Is he from Utah? Is he from New York? Does he have children? Does he have other offenses in other states pertaining to children? What was he doing in the company of children? 1,000 questions. That was a wild video you sent. What are you talking about, Air Force? Thank you, Nancy. Thank you all for joining me. If you want to donate to the chat, to the channel rather, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. I can't stay on here going back and forth with questions and comments. You can either hit the link or I'm out of here. All right. See you later, Gail. Well, I thank you all for joining me. That's the latest commentary from Crime Stories Obsessed. You can go over to their channel to get the said information. As I state, I don't know this Jose. He was brought forth in commentary by Ali Mulani, the mother of Boy H. And now he's possibly going to be the center of attention now since this person has uploaded content pertaining to him living in the state of Utah, this could be happenstance. No proof that he knows Donald, knew him before, but now we will ask that question now. Did he know Donald? Did he know her, Candy, before coming here? Is he even registered in the state that he's in now? Where is he now? Does he have children? And as it has been said, you cannot be in the company of children. You cannot work or live near anywhere where children live and or patronize. That is the set information. And he's done that, if we're to believe. He came from New York here, stayed in the house at Candy's house, stayed with Miss Allie here, there, wherever. He's been around children, and that's the spoken word. We don't even have to ask that question. $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. Thank you all for joining me. You all have a safe week, a blessed week. I would have liked to stay on a little bit longer, but there's no commentary on the link, so I can't engage in reading hundreds of questions and comments all night. So that's the spoken word. So I want to thank you all for joining me. You all have a safe week. Stay cool, hydrated. Prayers for Chad Carr, missing out of East Tennessee from the foundation. Mindy Lowe's the proprietor. Make her stand account for whatever happened to Chad Carr at that said halfway house. Tashina Kyle, still missing from Knoxville, Tennessee. No words to where she is or a location to where she is. And Summer Wells, missing out of Rogersville, Tennessee. California City Boys, still missing out of the state of California. I want to thank all of you for joining me. God bless all of you. Stay safe. This is Everyday Shenanigans.